Hey everybody, it is Jessie Wild here with the Money Matters Minutes for HarborLight Credit Union in the White Lake area. And I am I do marketing and community engagement for everybody. And they finally let me on one of these. And we've got, of course, Miss HarborLight, Heather. And Heather, what do you do here?
I am the Chief Technology Officer.
She's like the jack of all trades.
I get to do all sorts of fun stuff.
If anybody has a problem, we go to Heather.
We find it, yeah.
So we are doing our podcast this time, and we're talking about different loan rates and the differences between APR and APY. And if you're like me, you're maybe interested in some of this stuff, know that it's important, thinking about it, but you have no idea. And maybe you don't have a Heather to go to, but I do. So we're bringing her to you, and we're going to talk about all of those things. So first thing we've got is the difference between what's an APY? What is that?
So annual percentage yield is what an APY is. It is the interest rate plus compounding interest that you earn on your deposit accounts. So if you have a CD and you have an interest rate of 4.5%, you allow that interest that you're earning to compound back into the CD, then you'll earn an APY, which is a little higher because you're adding money to it each month.
Okay.
That works on deposit sides. There's also an APR, which is an annual percentage rate. Those work towards the loan side. Still has to do with interest.
Okay.
So you pay interest on your loans to borrow the money. As you are paying that interest, the APR takes into consideration any fees that you might pay to get that loan. So the rate is a little higher in that situation. That's pretty much it. An APY and an APR.
Okay, so when you have, because sometimes you'll see advertisements for different types of loans and things, and you'll see maybe somebody has 6% on a 6-month APR, and we have 5% on a 16-month APY. Which one's better? How do you know which one is better or which one to choose over when you're looking at the different banks and all the loans going out right now?
Good question.
Ooh, I like those.
There is an agency out there, it's called the CFPB, that regulates so that you're not caught in false advertising.
Okay.
When we quote an APR on a loan, anything that fee-wise would be considered included in that rate. So when you see an APR, that means this is the rate plus that takes into consideration the fees you're going to pay on that loan. So you're going to compare apples to apples as long as you see the rate has that APR after it.
Okay.
The CFPB requires APRs be listed for marketing purposes.
Okay.
So when you see it on a billboard, it has to promote with that APR, letting you know what you're going to be paying through that complete process. Same thing with an APY. The APY is basing on if you allow all of your money, including the money you're making on that certificate or savings account, to go back in, it is a higher rate. So this is the best rate you can get on it. Does that help?
Yeah. So I mean, I have one. If somebody came to me and said, I have 2 loans I'm thinking about, and this one says it's a 6% APY over 6 months, and this one's a 3.5% APY over 12 months. Which one is better?
So APY is for savings, APR is for lending.
Okay.
That's a piece. But you're always going to look at whatever the lower APR is going to be your best bet because you're paying lower in fees and it's a lower rate.
Okay.
When it's a higher APR, there could be more fees or it could be a higher rate to start with.
Okay, so if it's saying, if I'm looking at 2 and it says this one's 6% and this one's 3.5%, the 3.5% is the better one to go to because our non-financial brains says, oh, the higher percent, that means more for me. But really that lower percent is what we want to be looking at.
On a loan, yes.
Yeah.
On a savings, no.
No.
On a savings,
You
you
want
want to
that
go the
higher.
higher. Yep.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So do we have, I know the answer to this, but we have anything going on right now where holidays are coming up? Like I said, people are looking at loans. Those things are going out all over. What are some things that HarborLight offers or that people should look into? Because I know payday loans, right? Pay as you go loans are a really big thing, where pay as you go loans are a really big thing for some people, where they get in that trap of they're going to get that advance on their check, so they can get through the holidays. What are some things not doing those that they can do or look into?
We have the ability to help you in so many different ways, but currently we have, it's called the gift of giving loan. You can use that for anything. It doesn't have to be for giving at Christmas. It can be maybe your furnace needs to be repaired, or you're coming into the winter season, if we ever get snow, and your snow blower is broken and you need to get that repaired.
Okay.
That loan is available, super low interest rate, APR. You can use the online application. You can call in, you can apply a bunch of different ways, but please, before you start getting caught in that credit card trap or the payday lending trap, reach out to us. We're willing to work with you and help you any way we can.
And we have those financial counselors available
Yes.
that can go over things with you, which I think is one of the, oh my gosh, that's so amazing to have those people sit down with you and look at your custom situation and say, this is where you're at, this is where you want to be, and this is how we can help you get there.
And the best part of it all is we have so many different realms here at the credit union and have been through so many different life events ourselves that there's always somebody's perspective to help what you might think is detrimental to you. Maybe somebody else has experienced it and can help give you that peace of mind that this is a path out of it.
Yeah.
And not let you feel so trapped.
Aw, well, thank you, Heather. That's awesome. So if you have questions, we'll put some links in the comments so that you can see that loan or see how to get a hold of us, or just walk into any of our locations. We're on Cogswell next to Whitehall High School. And then we're also on Holton Whitehall, right across the street from Walmart there. So you can walk in at any time that we're open and talk to one of our people. They're super friendly. You can get coffee too. It's great. Yep. But well, thanks for listening. And if you have any questions, you can comment them below, or you can reach out to us directly. But, you know, at HarborLight Finance or HarborLight Credit Union, you know, we're about more than money. We're your neighbors and we just want to help. So reach out, and thanks. And if you have any questions for another Money Matters Minutes, let us know.
Perfect. Thanks, Jess.
Bye.
Bye.